During quarantine, I've been spending a little extra time on my mornings to make them more special, especially on a day like today, which is Easter. I wanted to film my Easter because, well, I was alone. It was a little bit more unique, and let's be honest, I had a lot of time on my hands. So I decided to go with making crepes and doing a whole crepe spread because it's something that I make very rarely and it's special. I'll put the recipe in the information section down below, but it's super simple, just basically milk, egg, butter, flour. Then you can add whatever toppings you want or a little bit of everything and make a little spread like I did. I have been obsessed with bananas foster recently because at this point everyone has a couple ripe bananas on hand. And I'll throw it basically on anything. Ice cream is so delicious. So just throw some butter, bananas into a pan, add any type of sugar that you have, granulated works fine, or coconut sugar. And then once you coat those, you can take some white rum or dark rum, doesn't matter. Add a dash of rum into the pan. Be very careful. I'm pretty experienced with this. I've done this many times before, so just be careful. And lightly light that on fire and it caramelizes. In the back saucepan, I just have berries, and that's going to be another topping. My friends make fun of me, but if I'm going to be eating whipped cream 98% of the time, it is going to be homemade because it's so easy and it really does taste a world of difference. You just add heavy whipping cream to a bowl, whisk it with some vanilla and sugar of your choice. I use coconut sugar here. You whisk it until you form soft peaks, and there you have it. It's that simple. This is the moment where I wish I had someone to share this with because you can get as beautifully creative as you want when putting this spread together. I spent the rest of my morning tuning in to an online church and then FaceTiming with my entire family, which was amazing. Now, time to move on to the big bottle. Don't worry, I didn't finish it all. Well, as you'll see, I almost did. For real though, if you haven't tried a watermelon juice mimosa, you are missing out. I also filmed a watermelon spicy margarita that I will upload soon. My last task of Easter, I wanted to try making French macarons for the first time. And looking back, I've made them probably 7 times since this video, and I really had no idea what the heck I was doing in this video. So this is just my first attempt. If you're looking to make them, maybe check out an expert on YouTube. I don't know. But you just whisk together your egg whites, add some sugar. I didn't realize that you needed to be a lot more precise than that, so now I weigh everything. And I also don't do it by hand because that's insane. Also, that was way too much food coloring, and you're not supposed to use liquid food coloring. But all in all, I'm very surprised with how these turned out because I made so many mistakes looking back at this. But you're supposed to make firm peaks. These aren't even soft peaks. But somehow it managed to kind of work. So I added the batter, and you have to macaronage, and I had no idea what I was doing here, so this is incorrect, but it's about the counts. I was following Byron Talbot's YouTube video, I would suggest going to look at his because he knew what he was doing. So I didn't have piping utensils, so I just went ahead and cut a bag. I have since bought a bunch of macaron supplies, and they have turned out a lot better. The biggest takeaway from this macaron recipe is you can take a can of condensed milk and boil it unopened for 2.5 hours, and it turned into caramel. Not sure if you knew that, but it was pretty cool and it was delicious. Macaroon attempt number 1 was delicious, and it looked not that bad, I'm not gonna lie. It was okay. I've definitely had worse since.